All right, let's go to our breaking news story now, because President Cyril Ramaphosa has approved several investigations, including Ithala Bank, some municipalities, as well as Greater North Transport. I'm joined now by SIU, the Special Investigating Unit spokesperson, Kaizer Kganyago, who joins us now. Then, Dr. Kganyago, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it. Let's get straight into it then. What does the investigation cover? For how long? And what exactly are we looking for?
Thank you very much, and thank you to your viewers. I think you are referring to the one that relates to Itala.
Correct.
This is an investigation that will span far back as 2017 and up to 2025. And the reason being that the contract that we're investigating of the banking solution that they were acquiring was done in 2018 in April. Therefore, we have got to go back a little bit backwards so that we understand where this whole thing started. But it was clearly an indication that this contract was not entered into in a manner that is fair and equitable and is in line with the constitution of the country.
How did we get here, or what prompted us to get here? Because we've known about the situation and the bank itself not being able to come to scratch in order for even depositors to be able to get their money. So how did you get to a point where the decision was then, or the proclamation was then put forward to say, we're now going to investigate for things like corruption and the recovery of stolen funds?
We took this, we sent this proclamation as far back as 2020 because we had gotten a tip-off from a whistleblower that we cannot mention. And the whistleblower indicated that the process was not done in a fair manner. Among other things, there was an indication they wanted this integrated banking system that they wanted to use. But then they went into it and gave it to companies that, according, and they were even warned by AG at the time that the award was not done in a manner that is fair, because, for an example, the person that got the award got more marks than when they recalculated was not equivalent to what the recalculation was. But also, there were a lot of things that happened where a company that won, for example, got information from one of the bidders before they submitted their bid. And on all of those discrepancies were put before us. We tested them, and then we sent this to the president for approval. And ultimately, it was approved last week, Friday.
What took so long? I mean, we're talking about close to half a decade here.
Yeah, the contract was entered into and it was done because nobody had come up. The whistleblower only came to us in 2020 February. That was a long time after this process was done. And therefore, we were very quick because by April 2020, we were already able to give this information.
Yeah, I mean, one wonders then, why is it only now that we have this official proclamation that was then signed by the president? Do you know what he was waiting for?
No, it was the issue was not with the president. You'll remember in a few months ago, we came out and we indicated that there were a lot of proclamations that were at the Department of Justice that needed to be pushed to the president. And that was done at the time when Minister Simelane came into office, you remember.
Yes.
And most of those ones were pushed into the presidency and they were signed. That is why from then onwards, we were able to get so many proclamations that were pushed forward.
What does this mean for staff as well as depositors? I mean, are staff not getting their salaries still while this investigation is going on? Are all those depositors still stuck with their money, stuck within Itala Development Finance Corporation?
From our side, we are going to be starting with the investigation. We want to look into what happened, and when we finally get to the outcomes, what we want to achieve is to cancel that contract and then recover the money from the people that are involved.
So in the meantime, then, unfortunately, all staff, all depositors are going to have to wait patiently.
Yes, because when we recover the money, unlike with other institutions, that money will go back to Itala itself. Therefore, it might contribute in one way or another to what might be happening now.
Is there any counter-remediation at this point for anybody who is involved with regards to this, or is it all just a waiting game for all of them?
Yeah, I think that matter has been handled by the Department of the Treasury Department in the KZN. and they will then have to deal with this matter and how to go forward along this, because that bank reports to them.
SIU spokesperson Kaizer Kganyago, really appreciate your time this afternoon for giving us some clarity as well when it comes to Ithala Bank. Of course, the Special Investigating Unit authorizing the probe of allegations of wrongdoing at Itala Development Finance Corporations and its wholly owned subsidiaries, that being Itala Limited, then of course signed by President Cyril Ramaphosa last Friday.